DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hey, Jim Sinacropi here, live inside the FingerLakes1.com studios in Seneca Falls, New York, for another edition of the Around the Lakes podcast. And we are just about 2 days away from the Wonderful Run 5K. I think it's the 16th annual in Seneca Falls. Over 5,000 runners expected. Also, the Wonderful Life Festival all weekend in Seneca Falls. It's really just an unbelievable thing if you haven't come. But as usual, with so many people participating in the Wonderful Run, we have the organizers in to tell us what's new for this year. And there's a lot of new things this year. And also just answers to frequently asked questions. So if you're coming to Seneca Falls for the run, you're at the right place. I'm happy to welcome my friends Jeff Rook, Kevin Korzaneski, founders and organizers of the Wonderful Run 5K. Fellas, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Jim. It's the 17th, I believe.
Oh,
right?
it's the 17th?
17th.
17th,
You saw my thing probably.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that 15 sticking out. This was a couple years ago.
well, when it's like when you get older, like I don't even know how old I am anymore.
All the years blend in. Someone texted me this morning and said, "What year of the race is this?" And I typed back 17, and then my next 5 minutes of thoughts was like, "Oh my God!" It seems like yesterday. We were
Yeah.
down on Fall Street, talking to a family from New Jersey that drove up for the race.
Yeah.
And I thought we might be onto something here,
Yeah.
But it does. It just seems
Yeah.
like yesterday, and they all kind of blend in.
Yeah, and I think it's something that a lot of people mark on their calendar every year because it is such a phenomenal thing. If you like Christmas cheer and brotherhood and just general fun, which is sometimes hard to come by up around here in the winter, this is the race for you. So 17 years, congratulations. Maybe we can talk about some of the history, but let's get to the facts first for everybody coming into town. There's one major change this year that maybe some people have heard about or haven't. Why don't you go ahead and fill our listeners in?
Yeah, so this year the start has changed, has moved. So we are now doing the start on Baird Street. So we're basically moving from the bridge over to West Baird Street. If you're familiar with the Sackett's Table, Bridge Street, West Baird Street.
Got a fire department too?
corner. It's between the fire department and the intersection. So it's in that little section in between there.
So it's kind of next to the bridge.
It's
Yeah, it's very
on the
close to
bridge.
it's close to the bridge.
And you will be walking across the bridge to get from registration to the start line.
Yeah, I think that's an important piece, Jim,
Right.
is you can walk on the bridge.
Take pictures.
You'll be, if you're driving to town tonight, tomorrow, Saturday morning.
Drive over it.
You can drive over the bridge.
Yeah.
So you can still get on the bridge for all the pictures. If we have 5,000 runners show up, 4,800 of those runners are going to walk over the bridge to get to the start line. So this year, our biggest news, concern, change is that we'll be starting, I would probably say it's about 25 yards west of Center Street. So, we're going to start up on Baird Street. So for our runners, they're going to be happy that they don't have to take a hard right turn. So it'll be a nice straightaway.
It'll be a faster
little
race.
faster course.
It'll be a faster race.
It
yeah,
will be a
straight
faster
shot.
race
Yeah.
for the true runners that line up in the front that are trying to get PRs and maybe win their age group, things like that. So that's a little exciting. A big thing that we want everybody to know about that start line is, where are you going to stand before the race starts? And we really are going to try and keep everybody off of Baird Street in front of Padula's Liquor and that area, because that's where we're going to be running. We want everybody staged down Center Street in front of the Women's Hall of Fame. So going east and west.
So there's a couple of places to spill over on either side of Baird Street.
We kind of want them to go. Yeah, we kind of want them to go down Center Street into the Hall of Fame parking lot. And actually, what we're going to try to do is tell all the walkers, because out of the 5,000 people who do this race, about 2,000 of them are just walking it. And we'd like them to kind of line up. There's the trail right behind the parking lot, the little grassy area by the canal.
Yep.
That would be a perfect area for all the walkers to kind of hang out, and the runners would go from Baird Street down the hill into the parking lot, and then the walkers behind that on that trail.
Yeah,
and then just follow the road, the parking lot, and the road right up. That's what we're going to try to set it up. So that's how they're lined up.
And that's the trail behind the old Farrar Lumber Building.
Right.
Exactly.
Or you could use part of the Ludovico Trail, which goes by the liquor store. But there's a big T at the bottom of Center Street. We don't want you on Center Street where the turn is, on the other side of Baird Street. We want you on Center Street down towards the canal.
Down towards the Hall of Fame, the Women's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, stay by the canal and you should be all set.
And there will be a few people around helping to direct, but honestly, that's just so many people that hopefully you're listening to this and will comply.
We have signs that will, where your mile marker. If you're a walker, you run
just
10
like
minute
usual.
mile.
We're
gonna put our-
We normally do. So they'll all be down there. We'll have some barricades to help guide everybody and where we want, and we'll be making announcements over the speaker system.
So there'll be a speaker system over there, or the one that is.
So we've added a steep speaker system.
Okay.
Part of the
Costs
part
a
of the
little bit more
change
money,
costs us a lot of more money.
gotta-
When you break it down and do an analyzation of
We're gonna
where
have
we're
base-
spending money, but
Yeah, we're basically going to have a sound system right at the start line up on Baird Street, and kind of speakers going down into the Hall of Fame area, and then we'll have the the system at the finish line, that we always do.
So I thought about a lot of this since, we heard that it wasn't starting on the bridge, and there's parts about it that are obviously very disappointing just because of the spectacle of it as everybody comes over the bridge. But I think, if you love that connection of the bridge to the movie, and you're still coming over the bridge, it's just not during the race. It's like before the race. Like the scene should be very similar, and obviously the feeling of the goodwill and towards men that you get before this race, like it's unbelievable. Just the good vibes before this race. It's unlike any event I've
Happiest
ever
place
seen.
on earth, you say, right before the race.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's why that's what I was worried about, maybe missing a little bit, but I don't think it'll be like that. And even as you start the race, as you look to the right, you'll see the bridge. I mean,
And it'll finish right at the same place
the
as
same
well.
place, which
when
is
you come
cool
down that
scene.
hill, it's right there.
Yeah,
So,
there's and the route, everything else about the route is the same.
We talked a lot about changing the route for a year, running it backwards for a year. We ran through a ton of ideas with Tina and Jolene and Jeff and I, and we decided on keeping it the same because what people love are going across the Rumsey Street Bridge, looking over at the Bedford Falls Bridge, and and Jeff's original plan of this race, finishing downtown as George Bailey runs through the downtown in the movie, and that's really important to us. To have that authentic feeling of running down Fall Street.
And to look
middle of
forward to
Bedford
it,
Falls,
as fun as it is the whole way, the stuff that goes on Chapel Street, and then you get into the State Street area, and then come down Cuga Street. I mean, there are all these sections, and I think people have done the race multiple times. They look forward to certain people's houses, and the lights and all of that. But then finally, you make that turn into downtown, and it's phenomenal. And then down the hill of the finish line, I mean, it's like a storybook setting for something like this.
Right.
You want to talk about that one change?
Yeah, there is one other little change when you're coming down Cuga Street. There's that sweeping right-hand turn that guides you into Fall Street.
Yep.
We're going to have that blocked off, and you have to go down to the corner and take a right.
Oh,
So you think about it, it's like, what's the difference? Because we moved it where we moved it, it took away some distance, and to make it an official certified
You had to
5K,
figure it out.
it has to be a certain amount of distance. So we had to pick up like 90 feet or 100 feet, and we looked at different areas of what can we switch, where can we run, and it's kind of perfect, and I think it's simple. So instead of coming down Cuga Street and doing that little swoop, into town, you just go down to the corner and take a right. And
So for the
back through town.
competitive runners, they are picking up time in the beginning, but that will be a little bit of a difference, like maybe, a second, maybe, I don't know.
Not as smooth. It's not as
Right.
fluid. But we don't think it's going to be, it's just more of a hard right than it is a.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not a smooth transition, and part of that is we paid to have it certified again.
Yeah,
because
right.
Diehard runners want a certified 5K, which is very normal. So we did have it recertified for this year.
Yep.
Well, you'll get a better look at the new mural as well.
Yes.
Doing that.
That's
I didn't
right,
think
yeah.
about that. Which
Is there a light on that? Do they have like a light shining on it?
we
or
talked about hoping to get a
well,
light on
okay, I was
it
just
for
wondering.
not only for this, but
to have it, yeah.
but for all time when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
So So yeah, so other than that, that's the big news, I guess. Remind everybody about the registration process. You're still doing the Friday night, and then Saturday during the day.
For the registration, we actually moved it. I guess that would be up. Moved it up on Friday night. Typically, we're 5 to 8 o'clock. We've moved it up a little earlier, so usually people get there at 4:30. So we're going to go from 4:30. Not a big deal. It's a half an hour earlier.
Well, nice to get it over if you're,
Exactly. So if you're there, 4:30 to 7:30, 8 o'clock on Friday night, and then on Saturday from noon to race time is the registration. And you can register. It's the packet pickup, shirt pickup, but you can register on race day. So you can, if you haven't registered already, you can register on Friday night or Saturday night. The other thing I wanted to mention is the shuttle service, because a lot of people are always asking, parking and so on and so forth. And I know we've talked about it a million times, but we do have a shuttle service that goes from Minders, down to the corner of the Gould Hotel on Fall Street, Fall Street, State Street. So that goes from, the times are on the website, kind of around.
I think it changed to be it starts a half hour earlier and ends a half hour earlier.
Yeah. Yes. So it ends at 4 o'clock, or it ends at 3:30 as opposed to 4 o'clock. So
It is on the website. Go to the website.
It is on the website.
It's order for Run 5K. There's a link up top says shuttle/parking.
Right.
And that information will be there.
And then there's also the the museum committee. They also do a shuttle Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that goes from the hotels.
Yep.
So a lot of people will go to a hotel, park their car, jump on a shuttle, come in and do that. Just a lot easier than trying to, because with the 5K, a lot of the roads are closed to parking, and I think taking one of the shuttles into town and then back out, because that shuttle that goes out to the hotels runs a lot later, and we're going to have those times on our website as well.
Okay.
But I think that
There
runs
should
till
be a
like
letter
10
coming
o'clock.
out being posted from you guys in the next 24 hours,
24
with
hours,
all
yeah.
the final official information. But if you haven't been, or you have come and you just get here an hour before the race, you should come around 11 a.m., noon, spend the day. It's like crazy, the stuff that goes downtown. There's a nice big parade that's very popular. Lots of different food vendors and other types of vendors, and lots of little exhibits or displays or different buildings you
Presentations
can
and
go
stuff
to for
that they do, yeah.
presentations related to the movie, including some of the stars from the film that are in town. You can meet them, get an autograph. I mean, there's more than you could do in a full day down there. So come early, enjoy our town and enjoy the festival, and then culminate it with the run at dusk.
Yes.
Yeah, and but this ththing basically runs itself now, right, guys?
I still get nervous though.
Yeah.
Come like today. Today there's just so many things
want
going
everything
on,
to
and
go
with 5,000
smoothly.
people, you just never know, and especially with the new start, you just want it to go smooth, and I'm sure it will, but you're always still a little
It
nervous.
always does.
Yeah.
The things that do go smooth are the people we've worked with over the years.
Right.
Tim Snyder down at SFPD, he's been part of this race for all 17 years in some capacity, so that goes smooth. And,
Yep.
the volunteers that come, as I'm sitting here, Doc Hillmeyer brings an ATM machine. He just called, I mean, they know that, what to expect. It's the weekend. And so all of that help really.
Kind of runs like a clock.
Yeah.
It's
it's,
All the people that are out on the course that volunteer year to year, a lot of those people go to the same spot every year.
They do. I'm in charge of the traffic detail, and it's great that we have. It's our 17th year, and there's probably half the people that are working a spot on the traffic detail have worked since day one, which is makes it a lot easier, because it's tough to. There's a lot of spots. There's a lot of roads that come in, and there's a lot of volunteers for that, and regardless of how cold it is, they come and they do it, and they love it. They have a good time doing it.
Well, I get a big kick out of the fact, too, at the registration, a lot of the high school kids are there helping. It's at the point now where they were babies or maybe not even born yet when this started.
True. I didn't even think
And
about
now-
that. Yeah.
They weren't born.
17 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing that list today, and that part of that 17 years, I'm thinking, my youngest is 18, 19. So like this race started when she was a baby, and now the kids that are working, I'm building a list. We got about 50 high school kids, and I'm thinking to myself, these kids weren't even born when this race started. And
Yeah,
it's just,
which makes us feel old, but also is a testament to, what a community event this has become. There might have been mothers that were walking the race that were pregnant with the kid that's now gonna
You run 'em with them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's
That's very
awesome.
cool.
and I do a lot with the school and trying to find volunteers, and it's not easy to get kids to volunteer for events. And the wonderful run, we get 50 of them.
Yeah, it's
they come
crazy.
out, they really, what you
They do
spoke
a
to earlier
great
about the
job.
vibe,
Yeah.
the vibe. And we tell the high school kids, like, you might be the only person that talks to somebody that just came in from Kansas or Florida
Mm-hmm.
or, whatever countries, Canada, so, you've got to make sure you're on your best behavior. And they have always represented us very well.
Unbelievable.
But the kids get excited about that vibe and watching, all these people come in. So if you volunteer as a kid, you see 5,000 people, coming through the center, and, it's exciting for them too. They love
Yeah,
it.
it starts kind of little slow and then immediately just ramps up to a gigantic crowd. And again, unlike a lot of crowds, this is like the friendliest, happiest, merriest crowd of people that you'll ever find. I mean, I've always told people, like, if you love Christmas, which most people do, some people don't. Most people do, but if you do love it and you're with it and you're not even planning on running or participating or walking the race, you should come downtown and see it for yourself because it's great. So
I find it interesting that the people, the distances that they come to participate in this race. I was looking just the other day, and up until this year, there were only 2 states that didn't have someone who participated in this race. The whole time that we've been
Right.
doing it.
And what are
Take a guess of what the 2 states were.
I'm gonna say
One of them,
Hawaii,
Nope. We've
had
we've
Hawaii.
had 3 or 4 people from
New
Hawaii.
Mexico.
Nope.
I mean, there's 50 of them. We could be here for
North Dakota and South Dakota.
both Dakotas.
Both
huh?
Dakotas, but this year, just like last week, I was kind of looking and I saw, we get these different reports of the states. And South Dakota, there's someone from South Dakota that's
So-
participating in this year. So,
So
there's
one more.
we
state
needed to
go.
get someone from North Dakota to say that all 50 states are.
Wow, that's wild.
It's kinda
Another
crazy.
interesting thing with looking at those that I see, the data maps is if you will go back and look at 2012, you'll see, I'm going to use Scranton because they used to send a bus
Yeah.
out to Scranton, Pennsylvania. But, you see 5 people from Scranton. And then the next year, there's 15. And then the next year, there's 30. And that's how you know something worked, right? Like something
Word of
clicked
mouth.
or it's fun
Yeah.
because people are saying, I had so much fun. Now I'm going back.
Yeah.
And not only am I going back,
I'm
I'm
gonna tell
convincing my
somebody.
friends to get a race entry, get a hotel,
Yep.
and spend the day or
Yeah, they go home and they're like, "Oh my God, it was so much fun! You got to come and see it yourself." And then
Pennsylvania's like 150 now.
Yeah.
from Scranton.
Just from Pennsylvania,
Okay.
the state of
'Cause
Pennsylvania.
I know the 2 dudes from Scranton
Yeah.
that have been out there almost every year. They're always fun to see.
every year but one.
So how many? I mean, I remember 10-year race. We did the 10 timers.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 17 timers. Are there any 17 timers?
Yep. We're down to about 6, and I'm gonna announce them. I think off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So if I miss you, and I might have I'm trying to think. Doc Worth, Phil. I don't know if Phil's got 17 in. I think he skipped a few years ago.
Yeah.
But Heather Benetti.
Wow.
Is one of our most loyal person. I mean,
Yep.
she could be like our biggest chair. She throws a party at SMS
Yeah.
after, and she
Yep.
just, she loves it. Scott Porter.
Of course.
Yep. I know we took Mark Reese off it recently because he was sick, and so he
Yeah.
signed up, but he didn't run.
Hey, no
But I
excuses.
took him off the list.
No excuses.
Mike Alessio.
Of
Mike
course,
Alessio's for sure. There's a couple from Trumansburg that I'm gonna forget their name.
Well, that's cool. That's someone that came up for the first one.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
These others are
That's
people
not local.
we know.
That's
Yeah.
Somebody
local,
from
yeah.
Horseheads, and
17.
and Andy Reese, Dr. Reese.
Okay.
Andrew Reese is a 17-year
right.
person.
Should be one more, I
that
think,
might be
right? That might be
One
it.
more. I'm missing a female. I think. I can't think, but yeah. So these people have done I mean, that's
Every
hard to
single-
do.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, you know, Mark Reese signed up for a race, didn't do it, and I took him off the list.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
no excuses. You got to start and finish.
Between surviving at this point, right? Like if you make it 17 years, how old are you when you started? Injuries, sickness, family stuff, you know. So for those that have done it, I mean,
So for the 20th, you know, every 5 years we give like a shirt, like
This is
what
the
Kevin.
15 year,
That's the
yeah.
15 for the 20. We might only need like 2 shirts.
yeah,
2, 3,
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we need
Yeah,
eight.
Make them
Hopefully
really,
we can
could
do all
make
of
them
them,
really nice if the less you need.
Yeah.
You know, make them really
Yeah, they can
special.
get better. Yeah.
So-
So we try to do it, and actually, what we did at 10, we ring bells when they come in. So we tell we put special things on their bibs, and we ring a bell. We make an announcement, and they get a goodie bag and gifts for us for doing it.
And that's just one of the small details that makes the race special. And they should. I mean, they should. You're talking about 5,000 people, and you got 6. They've done everyone 8, 6 to 8. You know, so
Yeah.
it's cool that they're recognized that way. So throughout the years, the weather's been one year it was like 65 degrees.
Yeah.
One year it was 10 degrees and a foot of snow.
Snow.
Right in the middle of the race. Like, what's the weather look like this year?
It looks like it's going to be around 32, 33 degrees. So that's, you know, about a week ago it was.
Average.
It's probably average, yeah. Like a 25% chance of like less than an inch of snow,
Which would
if
be
it does,
great.
which would be perfect, like nice little coating. But yeah, the weather's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, like I said, a week ago, it showed the high being like 22, 23, and it's gone up, you know, considerably since then. So
And hopefully not a lot of wind.
yeah,
Looks like a south wind, 10 to 15. So
Well, at least it's from the south, right?
yeah, hopefully
Warm
it's
you up.
warm, right? I found the names. I got before you go
Okay.
on with that thought, Jim, because there's a couple people. So Jim Foltz from Geneva.
Okay,
who I
yep.
never knew before, but now you know he's on our Facebook page. He dresses
Sure.
up, and you know, I take a guy like Jim Foltz, who I really didn't know before, but now if I see him in public somewhere, it's like he's a
Jim.
friend of mine.
Yeah,
you
right.
know. So Rich Collins was the name, and he's from Horseheads.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't Trumansburg. Steve Doherty.
Steve Doherty.
Who's
no
just
kidding.
moved out of town, so I'm interested to see if
yeah,
he
I
is.
guess.
And then actually, the couple that I was referring to are Andrea Richard Ketchum and Kevin McDonald.
Kevin, that's right.
And,
Oh, wow.
So I'm not sure about the last couple of years because I haven't updated. I gotta do it. And Kathleen Mitchell was the girl I was thinking of, Kathy Mitchell.
Oh, no kidding.
She was the female that I was thinking of that I couldn't quite.
Our daughter, my daughter's former preschool teacher, Kathleen Mitchell,
Yes,
right?
that's
Okay.
the one. Yep, she's done every year. And lastly, Trish Houseworth, but she's from out of town as well. So that was the list on the 15. And then I did it the next year, but I haven't updated it in a couple of years, so I got to do that.
Well, my daughter gets home from school on Friday, and I know that she's bringing at least 3 of her friends. And so one of her friends is from Saratoga, another one from New Jersey, another one from Pennsylvania. You know, they're coming for this. They did it last year, or 1 or 2 of them did it last year. Now more are coming. Very excited about it. So it's awesome. And you know what? Those kids went home and told their parents how awesome Seneca Falls is. You know.
Yeah.
Because like if you come this weekend, like
It's the weekend.
it's got to
Yeah.
be the best place on earth. You know. I mean, you can't believe like how friendly everybody is and. Don't come next weekend, or don't come in January 10th. Don't come in January. Come back in the spring or summer or the fall. But as far as this event, you know, in December, it's really a great thing. Obviously, the whole festival and the run's a great thing for town and business owners. You know, to have this happen in December. So, anything else that we didn't touch on?
You know, I always, when, you know, I know we do this every year, and if you're watching and you're part of the race, always tune in on Sunday morning. Jim does a phenomenal video.
Oh, it's gonna be a little scale back this year.
All right,
I'm 17 years. It's taking a toll on me. We'll have a video, but just be prepared. It's gonna be scaled back.
Well, thank you for doing it every
But
year.
I did
It's been a
say
huge
that.
help.
I did say that last year too, though.
Yeah, you did. And you get carried away in the moment.
Like, yeah, this is longer than normal.
He's up to 4 a.m. doing the video.
Yeah.
But a big thing, and it's the obvious thing, but you know, when we started doing this, you know, make sure you come, you know, grab some food in town and help out the local community. All our 5,000 runners, if they're not from the area, tend to come from, you know, rural settings in small towns from all over, and we all struggle with that. And open up your wallets to the town, and stick around for a little while. Have a good time. Support our local businesses the best you can. Everybody's
And just
they
by
got specials going
participating,
on.
know this. This, you guys don't, how much did you donate last year to local various charities? So like 40, 50 different charities.
Yeah, well, like 70.
80.
Yeah.
We hit over 80 last
80
year. I think
charities.
$80,000. So
About
just by your,
$85,000,
just
yeah.
by your participation, you're doing a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's significant. And it's something that, a lot of these local organizations have come to rely on. So,
And we are very thankful. I mean,
Yeah.
just we do ask, hey, like I just did, but thank you for signing up, right? Like, thank you for coming, because without 5,000 runners, we can't give $80,000 to $85,000 away to local charities.
No doubt.
We just can't do it. And every year we're just amazed at the end of the night that people are here and helping, and they can make donations as they sign up as well. And so many people take advantage.
This year was
of that
incredible.
now. So, we have, the list of 20 or 30 that people can sign up for online. We give away to about 100 charities now. But there's a list on there between the scholarships at Minders or the Beverly Animal Shelter, whatever you want, and you can kind of guide where that money goes. And so not only are people spending 30, 35, when it depends on when you sign up at the race, $40 dollars to race, but they're also chipping in an extra 5, 10, 20, 100, $200 to just to help out. So it's just amazing, and it overwhelms us every year.
Yeah, the list of support charities is on the website,
Right.
If you're interested.
Yep.
Along with sponsors and along with anything you really need to know, I guess, about the run, including the new race map, which is just slightly changed as we talked about off the top.
Right. I'm always also very thankful and just wowed by the locals, not only on the course, but the number of individuals that run the race. I mean, it's almost 1,000. I think it's around 800, 850.
10%
Seneca Falls
of the entire population,
people are running the race, and then you have the people who participate on the course as well. And
And a lot of people I notice come down at the finish line. They line the finish line, and they're not necessarily looking for anyone in particular. They're just coming down to be a part of it.
Yep.
So
It's cool to watch.
Right.
It's cool to watch. And the people that help too, we've hit,
Yeah.
like Jeff said, we have
The
people that have helped
volunteers.
every year. And then people that off the streets to help. We usually use a Kubota because we can't get around town between 3:30 and 4:30, and any emergency,
Yeah.
I just can't get my truck and drive downtown.
No,
because
nobody
I'll
can.
never get back, or I'm blocked in by a dump truck. And so, Matt Lando, I reached out to him. I said, any chance you got a, thing I can use? Absolutely.
Yep, no
Want to support the
question.
race 100%. And, took tons of my stress away in minutes, our stress, so these things that happen, like people are just so willing to help. It's just awesome. It's a good feeling.
Well, it's coming up Saturday, the 17th one. The race starts at dusk around 4:40 p.m. You want to get down there much earlier. You want to enjoy it. I've always said the hour before the race starts is the merriest place on earth. So come in and check it out and see if I'm telling the truth.
Have you heard about?
That's what I feel like.
You heard about some of the national media that's going to be there?
Fox is going to be there, I heard.
Fox is going to be there. CBS Sunday morning, and guess I just heard the other day who they're going to send.
Al Roker? Or no,
No.
he's not CBS.
He's NBC.
CBS.
I'll say legendary Syracuse alum.
Dan Rather? No, he's retired.
No,
Someone I didn't even
night
know.
Show. Think of nighttime shows.
I didn't even know that this
Nighttime
wow.
show, Syracuse alum, CBS.
nighttime
not night?
show.
Was it daytime?
Well, Ted Koppel, I hear is
ABC.
no, he was ABC, but he's a what do they call it? A chief correspondent, a senior correspondent for I think
Ted
CBS.
Koppel will be there.
That's what I hear.
Wow, that's wild.
That is wild.
Huh. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't show up,
Yeah.
I'll give everybody Rooker's cell phone.
That's right.
number,
That's right.
On online.
I just
Well,
heard that.
nonetheless-
That's just scuttlebutt around town. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I mean, that's pretty cool too because these things will be airing. between Saturday and Christmas. Like they tape these things for Christmas segments in their morning shows or whatever, and it's national recognition for Seneca Falls. Which isn't it amazing that our town of Seneca Falls received national and global recognition as the birthplace of women's rights. But now we have this other thing that puts a spotlight on. I mean, we're a small town in upstate New York, and we have two things about our town that receive national recognition and spotlight.
And the cool thing about It's a Wonderful Life movie is that we grew up with it on all the time.
Before we even knew.
5 channels.
Right.
We watched it, because it was really the only thing on. And now with streaming services and, the kid, you really got to get the kids' attention.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I love about this race is what you said about your daughter and her friends and our kids. And, they now know the movie, right? In a time where there's more than 4 or 5 channels on, 10 channels, 13 channels, whatever we had as we got older, and the movie is still so relevant around here with the younger generation because of this weekend, the festival.
And people love the movie because of the way it makes them feel, whether you watch it for the 100th time or the first time. I mean, that's why I love it. And that is the feeling is captured in Seneca Falls this weekend. So I think that's a reason why people come too, is because they love the movie, because they love that feeling. They get to Seneca Falls and they get that feeling. So
that's it.
And it does capture the essence of the film.
No doubt.
So when you're standing around before and after that race, and there's this we double the population in a day. That's the feeling that you get, is that feeling towards the end of the movie when you're just in a good giving mood.
Yeah, tears in your eyes. Every time Harry says to my big brother George, the richest man in town, I mean, 100 times, maybe 200. I mean, I don't know how many times I watch it. 200 times, I still get choked up. At that point. So I get choked up right now thinking about it. So, anyways, guys, congratulations! Thanks for everything you do for this event. It's a one of a kind event in the world. It's totally unique, and it's happening Saturday in Seneca Falls. We hope we'll see you there. Again, check out the website, itsawonderfulrun5k.com for more information. And let's have a great day on Saturday, everybody.